Today, Prince Harry's made a surprise visit to the Ukrainian capital, Kyiv. Harry, who served 10 years in the British Army, visited the city at the invitation of the Ukrainian government. He's expected to meet 200 veterans as well as the Ukrainian Prime Minister, and will reportedly outline plans to help rehabilitate those wounded in the war. He previously visited the country in April. Well, what do you think of this?
If he wishes to go to Ukraine, then good luck to him. I mean, I think, this questioning as to what he should do and what he shouldn't do, I think is a nonsense. If he wishes to do this, this is something over which he genuinely has experience and knowledge. And also, I think we are beginning to see a slight softening in, the approach to him or otherwise. I think there are things that he can usefully do, either for this nation or indeed for himself.
But the Royals have got
let him get on with it.
The Royals have got serious problems in the polls.
I just want to hug James.
For what?
He said word for word what I would have said.
You don't
Thank
care.
you.
You don't care either. You don't care either.
No, I
didn't
do
say I didn't care.
He didn't
Well, you just
say
said them too, I don't care. Yeah,
No, he
No, I
didn't
didn't
say
say-
that.
I
He
didn't
said
say
he's...
that.
Why not? Why shouldn't he do it?
Well,
gay.
yeah.
And, this hounding of the man.
No, but I'm saying the opposite. I'm saying polling shows the monarchy is in trouble in this country.
I don't care about
and
monarchy.
I'm thinking
I'm
that
just
they
saying,
need Harry.
I agree with James.
Do they not need Harry?
This is a big moment. I agree with James.
Okay, well, now
agree
you're
with
happier.
James.
Now you're happier.
Because she was here with me.
Of course.
I make everyone happy, Joe.
Well, let's see if we can change that after the break. We're going to...
Prince Harry has once again proven why he stands apart, not just from the monarchy, but from the expectations that critics try to pin on him. His surprise visit to Ukraine's capital, Kyiv, is not just a symbolic gesture. It is a demonstration of lived experience, leadership and compassion. Here we have a man who served in the British Army for 10 years, who put his life on the line in Afghanistan, who knows firsthand what it means to be in combat, to endure trauma, and to support veterans who struggle long after the battles are over. When Harry steps into Kyiv at the invitation of the Ukrainian government, he does so with credibility. He does so with a depth of understanding that most royals, frankly, cannot match. Think about it. Harry's visit isn't just a royal wave, a photo op or a ribbon cutting. He's expected to meet with over 200 veterans, 200 men and women whose lives have been upended by war. And not just meet them, but listen to them, advocate for them, and outline concrete plans to help rehabilitate those wounded in the ongoing conflict. That is service, that is impact. And what do we hear back home in the UK? Debate, endless, tiresome debate about whether Harry should be doing this or whether he has the right to step into these spaces. One voice on Jeremy Vine's panel summed it up perfectly. This questioning is nonsense. Why shouldn't he do it? He has the knowledge, the experience, and let's not forget the willingness to put himself out there. We have seen so many examples where Harry has been demonized simply for trying to make a difference. Whether it was starting the Invictus Games, which have transformed the lives of veterans worldwide, or speaking openly about mental health long before it became mainstream, he has consistently been mocked by the very establishment that now desperately needs the kind of relevance he brings. And here's where the discussion on the Jeremy Vine show gets even more interesting, because when you strip away the surface chatter, when you listen carefully, there is an acknowledgement, even if begrudging, that the monarchy itself is in trouble. Polls are slipping. The public's faith in the institution is faltering. And why? Because it is an outdated, rigid system that resists evolution. One panelist pointed it out directly. The royals are facing serious problems in the polls, and whether the staunchest royalists want to admit it or not, they need Harry. Yes, the same Harry they've tried to exile, discredit and smear. The same Harry who, alongside Meghan, was treated so appallingly by the British press. The same Harry they painted as selfish, disloyal and even dangerous to the stability of the crown. But when the chips are down, when the monarchy finds itself gasping for relevance, struggling to connect with younger generations and riddled with scandals they can't sweep under the carpet, suddenly Harry's authenticity, his service, his ability to connect with ordinary people becomes indispensable. Now let's pause for a moment and think about the absurdity of this dynamic. Harry is criticised for stepping away. He is vilified for choosing independence, for prioritising his mental health and his family. Meghan is branded as manipulative, ambitious, and somehow a threat simply for standing by her husband and refusing to be silenced. And yet, despite all that, the monarchy cannot escape the shadow of their absence. The irony here is staggering. The very institution that wanted to push them out now finds itself haunted by the gaping hole left behind. Back on Jeremy Vine's show, you could sense the undercurrent of frustration and confusion among the panelists. Some couldn't quite articulate it, others danced around it, but the core truth was there. Harry's actions are authentic, his work has substance. Meanwhile, the monarchy's efforts increasingly feel performative. And that brings us to the bigger picture. This isn't just about Harry visiting Ukraine. This is about what true leadership looks like in 2025. Harry didn't fly to Kyiv because it would boost his brand. He didn't go to score political points or to curry favor with the media. He went because he has a mission. He has dedicated himself to veterans, to mental health, to service in its truest form. And let's be honest, how many members of the royal family can we really say that about? When William and Kate show up to events, the headlines are about what she wore or whether he looked stressed. When Charles appears, the coverage inevitably turns to scandal, health, or whether the monarchy can even survive in a modern democracy. But when Harry shows up, the conversation is about impact. It's about veterans, about communities, about initiatives that actually change lives. And this is where Meghan deserves credit too. Because let's not kid ourselves. Harry's courage to break away, his determination to serve on his own terms, has been strengthened and supported by Meghan. She's been the partner who stood by him when the world tried to tear him down. She has taken the blows from the press, endured the vitriol, and refused to be silenced. Without her, Harry may never have had the freedom to step into the role he plays today. So, when we talk about Harry in Kyiv, we're also talking about the Sussex model of service. A model rooted in authenticity, independence, and genuine human connection, not bound by protocol, not shackled by the palace machine, but free, and in that freedom lies their power. The panel's chatter about whether the monarchy needs Harry was telling, because it wasn't just about whether Harry can help veterans or build rehabilitation programs. It was about survival. The monarchy is desperately trying to remain relevant in a world that is changing faster than they can adapt. And like it or not, Harry represents the bridge between tradition and modernity that they have failed to build on their own. But here's the kicker. Harry doesn't need the monarchy. The monarchy needs him. And that's what makes the establishment so uncomfortable. If you step back and look at the bigger story here, Harry's presence in Kyiv sends a message that echoes far beyond Ukraine. It says that service is not about titles. It's not about crowns or palaces or protocol. It's about action. It's about showing up where it matters for people who need it most. And for the British establishment, that's a terrifying realization, because it proves that Harry and Meghan were right all along. You don't need the institution to make a difference. You don't need royal approval to serve. In fact, sometimes the only way to truly serve is to step outside of it. Now, of course, critics will continue to nitpick. They'll ask why Harry is in Ukraine, or whether it's appropriate for him to be making international visits. But let's be real. Those criticisms are smokescreens. They're attempts to distract from the uncomfortable truth that Harry is doing more good outside the monarchy than many are doing inside it. And that, my friends, is the heart of the story. While the monarchy grapples with plummeting approval ratings, internal scandals, and an uncertain future, Harry is out there living his values, taking risks, standing with those who have sacrificed everything. It's not just leadership, it's legacy. And this is why the smear campaigns, the endless tabloid attacks, the shallow headlines will never stick in the way the establishment hopes they will. Because when people see Harry, when they see Meghan, they see authenticity. They see a couple who are not afraid to break tradition if it means standing on the side of humanity. So yes, Jeremy Vine's panel was right about one thing. The monarchy is in trouble. But they were wrong about another. This isn't about whether they need Harry to prop them up. This is about recognizing that Harry doesn't need them. He never did. And every time he steps onto the world stage, whether in Kyiv, at Invictus, or through Archwell, he reminds us that service is universal, that compassion doesn't require a crown, and that true leadership comes not from privilege, but from purpose. And that's exactly why Harry continues to inspire no matter what his critics say. If you've made it this far into the video, thank you so much for watching and supporting this channel. I'd love for you to join our community by hitting subscribe and turning on the notification bell so you never miss an update. If you'd like to support the work we're doing here, you can also send a super thanks right here on YouTube or donate directly through PayPal. Every contribution goes right back into growing this channel and bringing you more content that celebrates Harry and Meghan's truth. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you think the monarchy can survive without Harry, or has he already proven that he's stronger outside of it? Until next time, stay tuned and stay supportive.